Maharashtra is the state that's giving the BJP the most worries and the most confusion for voters. If voters had to choose between one Shiv Sena and one NCP in 2019, they now have two Shiv Senas and two NCPs. That's in addition to the Congress and the BJP. There are 13 seats left in Maharashtra's 48 Lok Sabha seats. The fifth phase of the Lok Sabha polls are on Monday, the 20th of May. But first, let's look at the 5 factors that will matter in Monday's elections. Number 1, the BJP's infrastructure push. Projects worth 8 lakh crore are currently going on in the state. Some key infrastructure projects are the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link, 17,000 crore, recently inaugurated. The 13,000 crore Navi Mumbai International Airport, high-speed metro lines, the Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail, the bullet train project, twin tunnels between Andheri and Borivali. That's thousands of crores worth of projects at stake here. Point number 2, the BJP cadre are unhappy. 48 seats, BJP is contesting only 28. The Shiv Sena 15, the NCP Ajit Pawar 4, and 1 seat goes to the smaller ally. Due to multiple stakeholders in all the Lok Sabha seats, seats sharing was difficult. There are visible strains between the workers of the 3 components of the Mahayuti. Point number 3, sympathy for Uddhav Thackeray. Point number 4, Maratha anger over reservation. And finally, point number 5, Muslims voting for the Uddhav Sena. Since 2019, it's been reported that after joining the MVA, Uddhav Thackeray has amended his party's relationship with the Muslim community. Though Uddhav still claims his party adheres to the Hindutva ideology, he seldom targets Muslims in his speeches or in his party's mouthpiece, Samna. Now joining me to discuss the BJP's Maharashtra conundrum, the Maharashtra Muddle, are S. Balakrishnan, SUNIL SHIVDASANI, KIRAN TARE, and my colleague BRIJESH Pandey in the studio. BRIJESH, we've been tracking Maharashtra for several weeks now. Does it continue to be a cause of concern for the BJP, and why?
Well, it does, because initially many thought that this division of Shiv Sena has led to a body blow to the Thackeray faction, and they will and also the same with the NCP would ensure that the BJP would romp home, and they would win almost 90 to 95% of seats.
Right.
But when the situation went to the dining table where they had to decide as to which party will get what ticket, it led to a lot of heartburn, and the cadres down on the ground are not that happy, and the assimilation which they had thought of BJP and Shiv Sena cadre or BJP and NCP cadre, that is not happening. It is not happening, and that is the reason why what was initially thought that this could be a cakewalk, given the kind of all the MLAs and MPs leaving Shiv Sena in droves. All of a sudden Uddhav Thackeray is getting that sympathy factor, and that has much to the chagrin of the BJP is not ending very soon. So I think one of the key swing states, nobody would have thought a year before that Maharashtra will emerge as a key swing state as far as BJP's Ab Ki Baar 400 Par slogan, and it's giving headache to the BJP poll strategists.
I want to ask this question to Mr. Balakrishnan, a veteran journalist, and he's also been a cooperator. So he's actually seen the grass on both sides of the divide. Mr. Balakrishnan, welcome to the News9 Plus Show.
Thank you, Unnithan. Thank you so much.
What do you make of this 3-legged race that the BJP is in? Brijesh just mentioned how the party is in an alliance with the NCP Ajit Pawar faction and of course the Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde faction, but it's not really working out as planned. There are issues, the 5 factors that we mentioned. There's a deep unhappiness over this alliance with the other 2 parties. Tell us what you're hearing on the ground.
I say, Sandeep, one thing we should keep in mind, the BJP's overall aim is Shat Pratishat in Maharashtra, that is 100% in Maharashtra. But and in pursuit of that goal, they had to divide the Shiv Sena first and then the NCP, and then form the government. And very smartly enough, Devendra Fadnavis has ensured that the CM-ship goes to Eknath Shinde, so that when the Shiv Sainik get power, their works are getting done. That will further weaken the Shiv Sena led by Uddhav Thackeray. And apart from that, also the BJP can escape the charge that it is doing everything to grab the post of Chief Minister. Having said that, what is happening is that the Shiv Sena has been pushed to the wall, and so
Yes.
has the NCP led by Sharad Pawar.
Right.
This election is an existential crisis for both
Yes.
these leaders. Because
Absolutely.
if they lose this election, then they might better kind of wind up their act.
Right.
So
Right.
this is a life and death for both these parties. And as far as Sharad Pawar is concerned, he is 83 plus.
Yes.
So there is no way in which he will be able to lead his party. And
Right.
the NCP has been reduced to a rump. So
Absolutely.
it doesn't matter. And the number of seats they're contesting is also less. Sharad Pawar is only interested in the victory of his daughter Supriya Sule.
Yes.
Beyond that, he has not shown much interest.
Right.
As for Uddhav Thackeray, despite his health problems and all that, he's a man of steel.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. His campaigns have been fantastic all over Maharashtra, has been receiving fairly good response. And this B team like Sushma Andari and all that have been carrying
Yes.
it further.
Right.
But the problem is the kind of push which the Shiv Sena led by Eknath Shinde being
Yes.
in power, they have a decided advantage over the Shiv Sena led by Uddhav Thackeray.
Right.
And the BJP is playing this card very, very well, very shrewdly. They have virtually made Maharashtra opposition move. There's not much of an opposition. But what BRIJESH said just now regarding
Yes.
the problems within the BJP, it is true. There is no doubt about it. Till the 11th hour, talks were going on over seat adjustment. And come to think of it, a prestigious seat like Mumbai South
Yes.
Mumbai, which the BJP had represented in the past, at the 11th hour, the BJP had to concede that seat to Eknath Shinde, Shiv Sena.
Right.
And Eknath Shinde, Shiv Sena did not even have a candidate. So they got their MLA from Baikola,
Yes.
Yamini Jadhav.
Right.
A good orator, and she's a cancer survivor and all those
Yes.
things and all that. But still, she can't match the political stature of Uddhav Thackerays, Arvind Sawant, the sitting
Arvind
MP who
Sawant,
got
three-time
elected twice in the
MP,
past.
member of parliament there. This would be his third election.
times, yeah.
Two times, and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
third
this is-
election this time around.
yeah, this is
Absolutely,
a,
but very
third
important
is
point there, Mr. Balakrishnan. It's an existential threat for both Sharad Pawar, the Maratha strongmen of Maharashtra, and of course Uddhav Thackeray. Mr. Shivdasani, what do you make of this three-legged race that both parties are involved in? I mean, you have the BJP with two allies, and of course the Congress with two NCP, one NCP and one Shiv Sena. Will the sympathy factor make a difference in Maharashtra? The fact that Uddhav Thackeray is going around playing the sympathy card that, look, my party was taken away from me. The Prime Minister mentioned that yesterday. Sharad Pawar saying, my party was taken away from me, vote for me, I am the original NCP. Will sympathy play an important role in Monday's elections?
So, the sympathy factor may work for Uddhav Thackeray.
Kiran, Uddhav has been playing very hard on the sympathy factor, as Mr. Shivdasani mentioned. Is it playing to his advantage, both Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray, for whom it's a matter of survival now?
Particularly in Mumbai, Uddhav had a great sympathy for him.
Yes.
But now what has happened on the ground, that since the day the mosques and the Maulavis have issued a fatwa in
Right.
favor of Uddhav Thackeray, the atmosphere, the political climate in Mumbai
Yes.
is rapidly changing.
Right.
Now BJP has started saying that how can Balasaheb Thackeray's son be called as a Bhaijan instead
Yes.
of Uddhav Bhau or Uddhav Rao
Right.
or Uddhav Ji. So this tag Bhaijan to Uddhav Thackeray is like a Bajrangi Bhaijan to Uddhav
Right.
Bhaijan.
So Bhau has
Uddhav
become
Bhaijan is going to
Bhaijan.
play-
Yes.
Yeah, how has become a Bhaijan? So how this tag to of Bhaijan
Yes.
is going to play out against Uddhav Thackeray, that will be very interesting. And again, the sympathy factor, if Uddhav Thackeray had tied up with the BJP on a different note, but
Right.
he has tied up with the Congress,
Yes.
which he has been opposing since overall his political career.
Right.
This factor is going to play a very important role, whether the Mumbaikars are willing to accept Uddhav Thackeray as a Congress ally or not,
Yes.
that will decide. Because Uddhav Thackeray's political career, or overall Shiv Sena's political career, political journey,
Yes.
has been against the Congress,
Right.
not against the BJP.
Yes.
We haven't seen a candidate against BJP candidate against Shiv Sena or a Shiv Sena candidate against the BJP.
Yes.
But this is the first election where
Right.
the BJP and Shiv Sena are facing each other in Lok Sabha. Not in the assembly, but in the Lok Sabha.
In the Lok
And
Sabha.
Lok Sabha
Right.
election is contested on a national front.
Yes.
Whereas the 2014 election, assembly election, were contested on a local front.
Right.
This time, Uddhav Thackeray's real test is to garner that Marathi-speaking
Yes.
voters' vote in his favor when his own colleague, his own cousin,
Yes.
Raj Thackeray has teamed up with the BJP.
Absolutely.
So how this factor is going to play up around tomorrow is very interestingly, tomorrow Narendra Modi is going to share the dais with Raj Thackeray
With Raj
for the
Thackeray.
first time
Yes.
at Shivaji Park,
Right.
where the memorial to Balasaheb Thackeray
Absolutely.
lies.
Hugely
These are
symbolic
all emotional
move.
issues.
Right.
Yeah.
So that, that's going to be a very important event, tomorrow's rally at the Shivaji Park, where Prime Minister Modi shares a stage with the Raj Thackeray. It's probably the first time they're doing that. There'll be a lot of fireworks there. Two great orators coming face to face, Brijesh. But, Brijesh, the other point is that Lok Sabha elections in May, 5 months later, you have the assembly elections in Maharashtra. How do you think these elections are going to have an impact on what we're going to see just 5 months away? October is when the assembly elections are slated.
See, Sandeep, what has happened is that, for a long time now, what happens in Lok Sabha election has
Yes.
no impact whatsoever on the assembly election.
Yes.
Because the
Until
situation,
now.
until now, so situation completely changes.
Right.
Like in this best example is the place where we are sitting right now,
Yes.
in Delhi.
Yes.
It's when it comes to Lok Sabha, it's 7-0.
It's completely, complete separation
dichotomy,
of
complete
assembly
separation.
and Lok Sabha.
And Lok Sabha. 7-0 in Lok Sabha
Yes.
and 63-7 opposite when it comes to assembly. So it's decimation of extreme
Right.
in separate elections. So I don't think that this is going to have a much impact on that. But
Yes.
one important thing that can happen is
Yes.
that if Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray and
Yes.
NCP Sharad Pawar doesn't perform up to a mark,
Yes.
we might see more desertions.
Right.
And it could be a very depleted force, both
Absolutely.
Uddhav Thackeray as well as Sharad Pawar's NCP
Right.
and even Congress party.
Yes.
If they do not perform up to a level, if they perform up to a level, I
Right.
think they are going to give a very spirited fight against the BJP and
Absolutely.
Eknath Shinde faction. Who shows if they perform very well, we might
Yeah.
see role reversal from Eknath Shinde camp to Uddhav Thackeray camp.
To Uddhav
So
Thackeray.
a lot depends on how much they perform. If they don't perform up
Right.
to the mark,
Yes.
it's not like the desertion has completely stopped.
Yes.
They're still trickling.
Right.
That will again acquire
It'll be a
a
flood.
wave. Yeah, it will become a floodgate
No.
if Uddhav Thackeray is not able to perform up to the mark.
Very, very interesting point there, and that actually fits in with what Mr. Balakrishnan was saying, that this is actually a fight for political survival.
Political survival,
of
absolutely.
Sharad Pawar and Uddhav
Uddhav
Thackeray.
Thackeray.
How they perform in these elections, and particularly Monday's elections, will decide the course of state politics.
Politics, absolutely.
5 months down. Mr. Balakrishnan, how important would these results be to ensure the survival of these two parts, the factions, the Sharad Pawar faction and the Uddhav Thackeray faction of the Shiv Sena?
Very poorly, then 100% their credibility will be will virtually vanish, and they will have a very, very tough time in
Right.
facing the assembly elections. But some of my colleagues on the panel, they mentioned the sympathy factor for Uddhav Thackeray.
Yes.
I don't think there is any kind of sympathy factor. On the contrary, people are asking, you are the chief minister of the state.
Yes.
You had the state intelligence under you. The home department was under you. You did not have the faintest clue
Yes.
that as many as 36 plus MLAs of your own party, they are going to leave for Surat. They are going
Right.
to desert you. And they are going
Yes.
to pull down your government. So they are saying that it is a colossal failure on your part
Yes.
that you are not aware of what is happening right under your nose. And
Right.
number one, and apart from that, like what you earlier said regarding development, here is a party, the Shiv Sena led by Uddhav Thackeray, which is saying no to everything.
Yes.
The Aramco oil company of Saudi Arabia, they wanted to invest about $4 billion in the refinery, the world's largest refinery at Nanar in the Konkan. Uddhav said no, there will be pollution
Right.
because the mangoes will become green, yellow, and all those things and all that. Similarly, Areva company of France,
Yes.
they were willing to invest a few $1 billion in starting an atomic energy project. Uddhav said no to that also. If this is a kind of attitude, if you are going to be so anti-development, and then at the same time you cannot blame that industries are not coming to Maharashtra.
Right.
What kind of atmosphere have you created in do that? But anyways, it's a good thing that Deputy Chief Minister yesterday, I interviewed him.
Yes.
He said we are committed to reviving both this project will ensure that Maharashtra doesn't suffer because of this. But then this kind of negative politics will not yield any kind of results whatsoever. And apart from that, the Balasaheb's ideology, the Balasaheb political legacy has been beautifully appropriated not only by the Shiv Sena led
Yes.
by CM Shinde, but also by the BJP.
By the BJP.
The Prime Minister makes it a point to mention about Bal Thackeray, his
Yes.
emotional relationship with him constantly, and all the Shiv Sainiks Eknath Shinde. They go to his Balasaheb's memorial at Shivaji Park. They
Yes.
started the campaign by going there. So the average Marathi Manus does not think that Uddhav Thackeray is the only one who's capable of taking the legacy of Balasaheb forward.
Right.
And apart from that, like what Kiran had rightly said, if Uddhav is going to be referred from Uddhav Bhau to Bhaijan,
Yes.
definitely the average Marathi Manus is going to do a rethink. What
Right.
is this happening?
What,
We have been
what does he
brought up
stand
on-
for?
on-
What
on
does
the
Uddhav
state-
Thackeray
yes.
stand for? But Sunil Shivdasani, closing comments on this. What can we expect from Shivaji Park tomorrow? You have Raj Thackeray, the rebel Thackeray, the original rebel in the Shiv Sena, sharing a dais with Prime Minister Modi. Two big orators at Shivaji Park at the site of Balasaheb Thakray's memorial. What can we expect?
Yeah, this everybody is looking forward to this meeting because this will be a focal point where Prime Minister Modi and several other speakers they will
Yes.
throw light on so many aspects. So everybody is looking forward to this meeting. It will make a mark definitely.
Everybody is looking forward to that historic speech,
And-
if I could call it that.
and also
Raj
Raj
Thackeray
Thackeray-
sharing a stage with Prime Minister Modi, but that just tells you about the flux that Maharashtra's politics is in at present as the state goes into the final phase of polling on Monday. But thank you very much for your insights, Brijesh Pandey, Sunil Shivdasani, Mr. Balakrishnan and my colleague Kiran TARE. Maharashtra elections, Maharashtra Muddle, we'll know on the 4th of June.